Hey guys, Muric77 here. Where to begin, where to begin? I don't know, let's start over here. It is that temperature. Celsius on the inside, Fahrenheit's on the outside. Okay. I guess I'll start. One of my cats went missing for like the last fucking week. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's kitty cat mating season. Not sure. I didn't know they had a mating season. I thought they just did it all the time. But he's been gone for like yeah, like I said, about a week or so. And it's a male cat too, so, and they're outside cats. Not unusual. I've had cats disappear before. But anyway, I went to the SPCA today just to have a look around and see if the cat was there or whatnot, for the hell of it. It wasn't there. I figured the baby could go and take a look at all the animals over there as well. When I walked in the door, they had a huge table of dog food, 25 cents a can, believe it or not, for sure. And so I went and I grabbed a bunch of cans. 25 cents a fucking can. I went and I grabbed 48 fucking cans for $12. I couldn't beat it. My dog always eats fucking canned food all the time. My dog eats canned food. That was a neighbor waving to me, distracted me. He hasn't been over to talk to me in quite some time, and they just drove by and waved. But my dog eats canned food every day. I give him 2-3 cups of dry food and mix it with a can of soft food. 25 cents a fucking can is a deal and a half. And it's all good shit too. Nature's Recipes, Old Roy, and Kibbles and Bits. And this is stuff I buy for my dog normally, and it's like $9 for a 12-pack. And none of the dates are out of date. Best by 7/25/15. That's the Nature's Recipe. And here's 7/27/15, Kibbles and Bits. And the Old Roy, 7/12/15. So this shit's still good. I don't know what had happened. Maybe I didn't ask the lady. Maybe somebody had a whole shitload of dog food and their dog died, and they donated it to the SPCA. And maybe the SPCA by law can only feed the fucking animals certain kind of fucking food or some shit provided by the government or whatever. I have no idea how that works. But they had a whole table full of that shit for 25 cents a can. They had double that amount. I bought pretty much half of it. I should have bought both of it. It would have been $24 for fucking almost 100 cans. And that would have been a good deal. My dog would have been set for a while. I might go back tomorrow and buy more. I don't fucking know. But that was a good deal. So I figured I'd share that. Secondly, oh yeah, I also wanted to show you guys this. Now, you guys have been following me for a while. You know I repainted my truck and did a bunch of work to it, blah blah blah, a year and 3 months ago. I actually did it right after Thanksgiving last year. I just packed the doors full of Duraglass. I replaced the rocker on the driver's side. I put rust more on shit. I believe I etched it, epoxied it, painted the son of a bitch, and I didn't expect the doors to last or nothing because I just packed them full of fucking Duraglass. My doors were so far gone it wasn't even funny. I just go to the junkyard, buy 2 new doors, and repaint the whole fucking truck if I want to. But I just wanted to show you about how long a hack and pack job will last. And I have never, ever, 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 ever had any luck with rust mort. I think rust mort is the biggest waste of fucking money in the whole world. You're better off sandblasting and starting from scratch. Don't sit there with a fucking piece of sandpaper and throw some rust mort on it and think that it's going to kill rust. Because rust mort has never, ever worked for me. time and time again I've used it and the rust has always come back, and I've followed the directions to a T. I've seen other guys use it on YouTube. I've done it the way they have. I've done it the way the directions say. I don't like Rustmort, personal opinion. Now out there, it might fucking work for some people, but it does never ever worked for me. But I wanted to show you, it's been a year and 3 months, and I wanted to show you a little bit of the rust is starting to come back. Here on the corner of my door right there, I got a little rust patch starting. You see the bubblage and the rust coming through. Other than that, this door is pretty good. Like I said, these doors are packed with Duraglass from like here to here. Just smeared it in there. I actually put duct tape on the back side to hold it. If you look really close, there's bubblage. You guys see the bubblage? Hasn't broke through the paint really yet, but there's rust bubblage all on the bottom of this door starting. So that took it a year, a little over a year to do that. And if you guys look on the driver's side here, I noticed I replaced this rocker and cab corner and I used weld through primer and everything and epoxy and all that good shit. You can see a little bit of surface rust coming back on the seam where I welded my new panel to my old panel. I even put epoxy on the inside of my rust repair panels before I welded them on, and you can see a little bit of rust starting to come back there. Bottom of this door's got a little bit of rust on it, and there isn't as much bubbling on this door. Actually, I don't see any. This door was the worst out of the two as well, which is surprising to me that I don't see any bubblage coming back. I'm probably just not looking close enough because there's salt all over it from the fucking winter weather. And honestly, guys, I don't even drive this truck that much. I really don't. I took it out for a little spin today, maybe a 5-mile trip, round trip if that. And that was the first time I started the truck in like a week. I really don't go anywhere with that truck. It's my firewood mobile, and if I have to bum around town a little bit with the baby just to get out of the house for a minute or something, or run to the paint store, I don't even know. I know I was exempt for emissions on that. I put less than 5,000 miles on it in a year's time, and I really don't I don't drive the shit out of it. I think it's got like 202 or 203,000 miles on it, and I rebuilt the engine at 186, going on 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and that's all the mileage I put on it in 3-4 years. So I just figured I'd show you guys how long a hacking and packing lasts before signs of it start to come back. Even when you try to do it right, semi-right with Rustmort and fucking grinding and shit. I figured I'd show you how long that lasts. The other thing I want to show you is I got this all welded up. I'm gonna get it ready to go. Not prepared for this video, I just wing them. You guys know that by now. I'm gonna set you up here a minute, clean off this bench. I got this all welded up here. I got my centerpiece. I got my sprocket. I welded every other two all the way around, and I welded this side, and I welded here, and I even spot welded where the old axle holes were. So that's all one solid piece now. Then I had hooked it to my splitter, and I just bungee cord my old gas tank on there again to make sure everything was lined up and to see how better stability I had and how everything was working. And I went out to the log pile, and I didn't get a very big log, but I got a log that I knew was hard to split, even though it wasn't a fucking big log at all. I'll show you the log. I'll show you what's left of the log anyway. Here's half of the log right here. Oh, I got the camera faced the wrong way. Here's the log right here. There's the other two pieces of the other half. You can see that the log is bent and the grain of the wood twists as it goes around the log. You can also see that there was a knot right there. There's a knot right here. See the two knots? This is the other half of the log. You can just see how the grain of the wood was twisted and interlocked in together. And it's also walnut. I keep saying walnut, but it's a tough fucking wood, bud. And especially on that curved piece with two knots. And what I had done was I took in the point of the splitter and I put it like right in the center of this fucking bend because I wanted to see what the splitter was made out of. So right there is where the splitter went in, the cone. Okay, right underneath this knot, right in the center of this twisty bend. I knew this was going to be a cocksucker to split. That's why I threw it on the fucking machine, because I want to fucking make sure the machine's going to work. I don't want it to fuck with me. I want to know its limitations. So I put this cocksucker on there, and she stopped. The belt started smoking. It fucking stopped. And then the log spun a little and fucking Can you guys see that shaft? She's bent, buddy. She's bent. I don't think I can turn her right now. It's hard for me to see if I can get a good down view on it. Here's straight, and there's bent, bud. She is one bent shaft. Looks like a fucking porn star's shaft there, bent like a fucking banana. But yeah. So I forget what the guy's username was. Well, he had commented on a couple of my splitter videos, and he also personal messaged me. I can't remember what the hell his username is now, but he had built himself a screw splitter. If I remember the name, I'll put it down in the description, or I'll put it across the camera here. You guys could check out his videos. He has a really cool design set up, gas powered, that hooked right up to the tow hitch on the back of his truck, so he could move it around or use it on the truck as well. And I thought that was a pretty cool design he had. But one of his suggestions, not a suggestion, but one of his predictions that he saw in my setup, he said he thinks the weakest link in the whole project is that 3/4 inch shaft. And there you go, bud. Bent like a fucking banana. And it even had 2 pillow block bearings supporting the center of that shaft, and it just bent the little end of it. That's fucking nuts. And if you guys see how wide this centerpiece is here to here, it just fit on the end of that shaft. So I had all of that supported with the end right up to the pillow bearing, and it bent the entire end. It's funny. The other thing too is I've come to realize that this stickler, I don't know if you guys have ever seen or held one, it's fucking heavy, man. From here to here is solid fucking steel. Solid. solid. Just this bowl is hollow and it's welded to there. So I think I'm gonna go over to the college where I went to school, and I'm gonna go over to their machine shop and see if they'll like want to make me something, because I think when you get stuff done over at the school, you don't pay for labor. The hell is that noise? You don't pay for labor, you just pay for the fucking materials. So I want to go over to the machine shop and see if they'll fabricate me something up. I want them to make me a screw like this, right? With just an ever so slightly more aggressive thread than the Stickler. Nothing crazy, just a little bit more aggressive. And I want it to widen just a little bit faster, not much, because I know when you get really aggressive and really wide, that's when it just starts getting stuck and stalled in wood. So I want to keep it fine thread, and I want to keep it semi-pointed, but just ever so slightly bigger. And I want to go like this thing is long as fuck, and most of the logs split right around this area. They're all fucking split already by the time they hit here. So instead of having it go all the way down, I want to see if I can get one made. Right there's where they normally split, made to like here. So it's a little lighter, a little wider, a little bit more coarse thread, out of a solid piece of something. You'll be losing all that weight from down there. And I want to see if they can make a hole up through the center of the cone that's already keyed for a 3/4 inch shaft. And put a couple of set screws in there. That way I can just take the point, slide it right onto the shaft and be done. And then I'll know the limitations of this machine. Obviously, something like this, that it just got stalled and bent that shaft in, I put her in a crooked piece of wood right next to a knot on purpose. I was trying to get the machine to fail. Now, if I would have taken that splitter and I would have put it out on this end or this end, it would have split that log. I was just being ignorant and stuck her down in the center of the hard shit to see if it would pop it apart. But if I was to split it at the end, I would have had no problem splitting that log. Which is another thing, was a theory I was testing out. Is it split easier in the center or the end? And obviously it's the end. So, yes, I bent a shaft. Yes, I gotta take shit apart and fix it. But you know what? Good thing I didn't cut off this shaft yet. Because all I gotta do is unbolt this, unbolt the top half, take this shaft, put it on that side, take this shaft, put it on this side, then I can cut it off, bolt it back together. I'll have my brand new shaft sticking out the end here, and then I'll go over to the machine shop and see what they can make me, and we'll go from there. I'll know the limitations. I know I should put the screw into the end of a log instead of dead in the center of a log. And it's not like it's every day you cut down a fucking walnut tree for firewood either. So most of the wood I'll be splitting will be maple, ash, oak, you know, stuff that's pretty easy to split. And if it's a big fucking knotty piece, I just won't fucking split it on my splitter. Ain't no fucking big deal. It's not like every single piece of wood is like that. But I figured I'd share that with you guys and show you. I made her fail. Now I know its weaknesses. I know exactly what to expect. So that's good. Trial and error. They don't fucking make machines and put them out in the market without breaking a few of them to make sure they know they're putting something good out there. So why not break it and fucking see what's going on? Rather it break now while I'm working on it than later when I don't even want to fucking work on it or I'm busy doing something else. Still got the cough, but I feel good. I don't have a sore throat. My voice is probably a little different, and I got a little bit of a cough. No big deal. The ears, nose, and throat doctor put me on Mucinex anyway, so I would have had a cough either way. The Mucinex just thins out your mucus and helps you get rid of it. So yeah, trying to think of something else here. Can't think of anything else right off the top of my head. If I do, I'll just make another video. But I figured I'd share that with you guys. And yeah, so talk to you guys later.